Today we're going to take a look at my 53 Jubilee and we're going to adjust the brakes. This tractor came to me basically without brakes, and the old timers would tell me you got to learn to think ahead, and I guess that's true to a point, but regardless, it didn't have any brakes, so I adjusted the brakes. I gave it too much brake and now the brakes drag. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to adjust the brakes, and I'm going to show you what a lot of people haven't showed you. There's really nobody out there who's exactly showed you how these brakes work. So I'm going to show you really quickly how they do work. And so what happens is you push the brake pedal down, the levers come back, it actuates, it expands the shoes. This has brake shoes, not brake pads. So in a nutshell, you've got this brake adjuster that you can see through the drums of each brake. And it sits like this. So, it screws in, it screws out. So screw it out, gives you more brake. What it does is expands the shoes, so it gives you more brake pedal. A lot of the old timers will say you got more brake or less brake, and that just means the distance from that you push down before the brakes grab. So when you give it more brake, you're making the brake pedal come up, and less brake, bringing the brake pedal down. So what I did is I gave it too much brake. And when you look at this right here, obviously righty tighty, lefty loosey. Well, loosey is what gives you more brake. Tighty gives you less brake. And they'll say you push towards the engine or push away from the engine, the threads go one way, right? What I've done here is I've jacked up this one side of the tractor. They'll tell you to jack up both sides, and you can do that. Make sure you block the wheels, but this was the side that was dragging, so I couldn't even move this by hand when I brought it in. You can hear this the stuff in there moving when I move the tires. So you should be able to just turn it a little bit, and it should grab. You can see it grabs here. So what you don't want to do is have it just be flipping around like it's not the Wheel of Fortune where you grab it like that, and it goes forever, and then you come over and grab your pedal and push down on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put something heavy on that so it'll simulate the brake being pushed in. See? So I've got the brakes are on. I can't really move it. And we'll take the seat spring off. That'll release the brake. I'll come back over here. Bingo. So I'll just do the same with the other side real quick. So what you want to do too is you want to make sure that your brakes are kind of evenly adjusted. You may find that one grabs better than the other, or one works better than the other, and that's not uncommon at all with old tractors. If you look here, you can see this one's up, and this one's properly adjusted. It's where I want it, and it works. This one here is way down too far, so what I'm going to do is take the weight off this wheel, see if it drags at all, and see if I need to give it more brake to bring it back, or if it's just worn. It's kind of a big job to actually change the brakes on these, and I really don't want to get into that. It's not really a one-person job, it's kind of a two-person job, and it's kind of lengthy, and I just don't want to do it. So like they say, either plan ahead, or if you have an implement on the back, like a back plate or something, you can just drop that to stop. But if you're using your tractor for, say, raking or tedding hay, that's not going to work too well. So this one's good. You can hear it just dragging just a tiny bit. And what you want to do is, after you adjust it, take it for a ride for a few minutes, and then feel the drums. If the drums are hot, then you've got too much brake and you need to back them off a little bit more. But let's jack up the other side, test that real quick, and see how that works. So like I said, you can jack up both wheels. It just makes it a little more difficult because you need to crib it or have some different kinds of jack stands or something. So I'm just going to do one at a time. And again, we're not doing the Wheel of Fortune here, but I've got it in neutral. Nothing. So, yeah, we got to loosen that one up a little bit. So you can see that it takes effort to make that move. So, once again, we'll take our little adjustment. We'll set it here. Okay, I need to go this way. So that means I got to get in there and pry towards the back. Because you have a hole. Actual tractor. But when you have this adjuster on the left side, it's going to sit like this. And on the right side it sits like this, which is why when you look at the tractor on the back, you'll see the slot on the left side is like here, and the slot on the right side is like here, and that's just to accommodate where the adjuster goes. The part number is the same both sides, and all Ford did was just made it the reciprocal, so, and that way when it's like this and you pry, so you're in here and you're prying towards the front, and when you pry towards the front, you're pulling backwards. So when you do that, you're loosening the brakes, you're giving it less brake. So in order to give it more brake, you come in that hole and you want it to go the other way. So now instead of pulling backwards, you're going to push forward. And so you're in the hole, and then you push, and then you push, and then you push. So when they say push towards the front, they're not talking about the tip of your brake tool, your brake spoon or your screwdriver. They're not talking about which way the tip goes. They're talking about which way your hand is going when you push or pull it. So when you push towards the front like this, you're giving it more brake. When you pull towards the trailer hitch, you're giving it less brake. And what they've done is they just made it the reciprocal on the other side, so it's the same thing. So if you are like this and you push towards the front, you're giving it more brake. And if you're like this and you pull towards the trailer hitch, you're giving it less brake. And I hope that makes it as simple for you to understand as possible. All they did was just flipped it over. So the motion is the same on both sides. Pull back to loosen, push forward to tighten. And I'm sorry my fat head's kind of in the way. And it might take a minute for you to figure out where you gotta be, because sometimes you can stick your face in here and see it, but a lot of times you can't. So you kind of have to feel for it. And once you find it, it's not too bad. Pretty much be right in the middle of the hole, should be. We've also got a spring in there, so you want to be careful of the spring and don't shove the blade in too far. When you're shoving towards the front of the tractor, if that slips off, you're going to end up punching the axle. I've been there, done that, so just be careful while you're doing that also. So it's really easy to overthink this, but the motion is the same from both sides, and what I'm really trying to do is just make this make sense. And people will say, explain it like I'm a 5-year-old. So if you've never taken the brakes apart in these, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. If you've got the brake adjuster on this side, you'll see that the access hole is low and the one on there is high. So they go in like this, and the motion that you've got to give it more brake is this way. And what that does is it basically unthreads it or loosens it up, lefty-loosey, gives you more brake. This expands and makes the shoe go expand. So with this like this, it's just the motion on this side, and the opposite is true over here. So in order for that same part number on both sides, the only way that the same part number on both sides with a right hand thread is going to work with the same motion on the other side, which is this way, is to have this oriented this way. So if you were to take these apart, you'd see that the brake adjuster on this side is like this, and the one on this side is like this. And Ford did it that way so that the motion is the same on both sides, to tighten and then to loosen. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, please put it down below, or if you've got an easier way of explaining it, please tell me. But I just haven't found anybody else who really thoroughly explains how this is oriented on each side so that the motion is the same on both sides. I hope that makes sense. It's the same motion on both sides. It's just that one's oriented upside down. I think I've got this adjusted right. The pedals aren't exactly the same. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not that anal about it. As long as the tractor stops when I hit the brakes is all I really care about, and they're not dragging anymore, so that's good. Like I said, it's not the wheel of fortune, so you don't want to be turning this and big bucks, no whammies. You should get a little bit of drag, and then when you hit the brake, it loosens up. So like I said, I hope this makes sense to you. I hope it works. I hope you can make this work on your tractor, and I believe the 8N is probably similar, but this is a Jubilee NAA tractor I've got here. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.